City boys discover trees. Yo, Marvin, I think we got left. Jamar turned back to face me. I looked around, saw no one interrupting my phone in disbelief. We were alone in the woods. Jamar and I were an empowerment group of black middle schoolers. Occasionally, the group took field trips to places outside of our neighborhood on the weekends. Last week or later, Mr. B announced we were going on a hike through a forest in a state park about an hour away from our homes in Harlem. Jamar is my best friend, and the two of us had got like the road trips to the museums, plays, and basketball games. We weren't all interested in the outdoors, but Mr. B claimed that we really enjoy discovering how peaceful nature can be, especially for us New York City kids. Jamar and I were sure we'd rather be back home playing video games. No, we were in Harlem State Park, marching through woods as thick as a Times Square rush hour. Our band of 12 kids had been hiking for a good 30 minutes when Jamar and I were bored and stepped away from the group to take some selfies, but as fast as the click of a camera, we looked around us and discovered that everyone else had disappeared. What are we going to do, Jamar? I said, feeling panic. I knew we shouldn't have split away without telling anyone. Jamar gave me one of these calm down, Marvin looks. Taking care was his thing and said, slowly, don't worry, my friend, because we will be fine. That crew of city kids couldn't have gotten very far. Okay, yeah, I replied, certain he was right. But as we looked around in every direction, all we saw was greenery. No people anywhere, so I don't hurt anyone, I said. I saw a small change in Yamar's expression, as if his confidence has begun to rub ever so slightly. He continued looking around and said, you're right. It's way too quiet up here. As nervous as left, I tried to lighten the mood, saying, you know, I really miss the sounds of the city. Buses honking, the lady next door yelling at her kids. Jamar laughed and I continued. But this quiet is kind of nice too. It's peacefully different, right? Maybe a little too different, Jamar responded, and just at the moment he stepped onto it, which snapped with a crisp, loud crack my body shoulder and said, this trip is supposed to be about peace, but all I am feeling is anxiety. You know what I don't miss, I said, still hoping to keep our spirits up. The smells New York stinks, the air up here is different, and the sky. Well, look up there. That's the bluest sky I ever seen. Yamar seemed more nervous than impressed. Speaking of the sky, is it getting dark? I looked up and squinted. Now, we're just standing under a tree, noticing the thick leaves about him. Jamar laughed along with me. As we took a couple more steps, he stopped and said sharply, enough with his last stuff. Let's just call Mr. B. We pulled out our phones, but when I looked at mine, I rounded. I don't have any reception, and my phone is dead. Jamar lamented. We took too many selfies. I know. I responded, well, how about we retrace our steps? So that's what we did, but I didn't help. Instead of feeling more confident, we kept getting more and more nervous. We were mostly in the shade, but Jamar was sweating, and he jumped every time a square scurried past us. I was running out of ways to keep the mood light. Truth is was losing hope too. We were lost, really lost, with no phone service, no map, and no idea of where to go. All we had was each other and the nature around us, but even through my worry, as I turned and looked around, I used for some kind of clue or signpost. Something caught my eye. Check out that tree. It's kinda cool. I call it out to Yamaro doesn't it shape remind you of an afro. Ha, it does, Yamaro played. And look at who those rocks are formed over there. You don't see stuff like that in the city now, do you? For the next 5 minutes, we got caught up in noticing flowers, leaves, animals, and little caves we had seen before. The more we opened it up to the forest, the more it opened it up to us. Maybe we were lost, but we were also beginning to see the cool stuff around us. But then, while we were gazing at the big shrub in the distance, it began to shake. Oh, what is it? Yelled Jamar, nearly leaping into my arms. But a moment later, we were both laughing hysterically. Mr. B, you found us. We had never been happier to see our leader, but Mr. B looked perplexed. We been in the same spot the whole time. Where did you two run off to? We were taken in the sixth. Yamar suggested sheepishly. Yeah, and we couldn't hear you. We thought you one on with us. I added. You probably didn't hear us because we were meditating, Mr. V said with a chuckle. Care to join us? After getting a closer look, the rest of the group was sitting nearby, with their eyes closed, taking in the quiet. Jamar and I tiptoed over and took a seat. I sat there with my eyes closed, thinking about the nature around me, the trees, the rocks, colorful flowers, and interesting animals. Out there away from the city, I was starting to get what Mr. B had told us about how peacefully nature could be. I really was, but before I knew it, my thoughts turned to the tall buildings, traffic lights, and pigeons. The honking bushes, the subway rhythms, there was something peaceful about all that too. At last, to this city boy.